Yeah, so I'm starting to come to the conclusion that Steve Maddox actually might be in controlled opposition, just because so far he's chucked me on a bike, bites me Wellington, made me go out to Oriental Bay, have a bit of a swim there, which I've done. I love swimming, but it's been a while since I swam in the ocean as well. So I think I chose the right place to point to come back in. I was getting a little bit, would I make it back? Fearless protester reporter gets drowned in Oriental Bay. So really lovely place actually. It's really lovely. People come down and walk down here. You haven't seen actually a lot of people wearing masks generally going down here. So we are going to be, after Steve's finished chasing the sharks away, we'll go and deal with the sharks down at Wellington, the bullshit factory. And we're just going to have a little, he's on sort of volunteering doing security, so we're just going to have a little bike around the perimeter, just going to point a few things actually out, introduce me to a few people as well. So that'll be my sort of introduction, and then tomorrow we're going to come back in here early in the morning. It seems most of the action does seem to actually take place in the morning, so we're going to, you can never, it's like anything, you can't predict it whether it's today's the real day or the next day or whatever, but we'll come in the morning, we'll do that in the morning, and we'll come back away and sort of carry on some little more interviews outside of the area. And then each day while I'm here for this week, we'll be spending some time down at Parliament, interviewing different people, trying to find out a little bit more about, who exactly is this, leadership, and how exactly were they appointed, what's the criteria. So we'll just try and see if we can kind of get a bit close to that and see who actually is, outside. I've sort of told you about my feeling is it's a relatively bipartisan crowd, but we want to kind of, I want to try and get a little bit more about this internally by finding actually who these people actually are, and who exactly appointed them in this particular role, and just things like one of the security guys that we have already spoken to, he had a few little concerns, nothing major, but just it sort of didn't really seem to be any real venue for people to turn around and sort of point things actually out. Again, it's saying like, at night time, sometimes they play music, and the weekend it's a bit of a rave culture. Says there some people come down just sort of for that more than the actual protest. And he's just saying, well, how about putting on some of these sort of educational documentaries? Some of the, so just sort of things like that was sort of kind of the question of how exactly these things are determined. So we it's going to take, there are thousands of people there. There's a lot of complex issues to it. We're only here for a week. Some of these people have already been here 2 weeks, which we also have to respect. And but we'll try and kind of get as close into the action as we can and see sort of what we're allowed and what we're permitted to, and who runs interference and how they choose to do that. So we've got a bit of work cut out. Steve's still out there somewhere with his cowboy hat. So I better get dressed, and I could tell you a little bit more information, but it's me. You don't need to know it, and you don't want to know it. So we're going to get dressed and then get back on the bikes, and then start kind of doing our reporting on the bike. Reporting, not boots on the ground, but bikes on the ground. So this has been Vigilant in Wellington with Deadline TV. See you real soon.